It's Bush on the Buzz Adams Morning Show, and everything's in. Tomorrow, if you get Destination America, I think most cable packages do. Destination America has got a show called Killing Bigfoot.
In the state of Texas, you can actually hunt them. It's legal. They passed a law.
Well,
in Louisiana, in Texas, even here in Oklahoma,
Wait a minute.
they're not an animal.
They passed a law stating you can hunt Sasquatch
In Texas, that's correct.
No,
How can they pass a law on something that doesn't
Hold
exist?
one at a time, please.
are you going to hunt here in Oklahoma?
I might. I'll
Okay.
never tell you when, but we might.
Who made you God to kill an animal like that?
We hunt on private property.
Okay, this is, we're talking to, it looks like Jim might be the star of the show, Jim Lansdale, who's going to be a central figure in Killing Bigfoot. Hi, Jim.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Jim is one of the co-founders of the Gulf Coast Bigfoot Research Organization. We were just listening to a little bit of a back and forth there. So I guess what I'm gathering here, Jim, is you've got people who are pro killing Bigfoot, and then people who are anti killing Bigfoot. Could you expound on that for a minute?
Well, sure. Pro-kill obviously would be our group, and many, many, many thousands of people that agree that we have to have a corpse for discovery. The no-kill are the ones that think these is a little sweet, cuddly type of animal like Harry and the Hendersons. And they just don't know what we know and go where we go and deal with the people that, and Killing Bigfoot revolves around, is that we have these three-toed creatures that come up and terrorize families.
What? I'm sorry. Do they have
three toes?
Do they have 3 toes?
3 toes.
Okay.
It's down to this. It's called bottleneck inbreeding, okay? And the inbreeding, one of the first things that happens is that they start losing digits, and they start losing toes and fingers.
All right, let me see if let me see if I got this right, Jim. The Bigfoot, that you know this because I guess you found footprints. Is that how you know this?
No, it's because I've had many sightings. It had nothing to do with the footprints. I mean, but what I'm saying is...
But close enough that you could count their toes, Jim?
No, but by tracks, and obviously I've got a picture of one sitting down, and you can count his toes.
You could count his toes from the picture. I would love to see that picture. Do we get to see it on Killing Bigfoot?
No, it won't be on... I don't think we've used it in this segment or any of these... But I guess you could come to my Facebook page and probably see it. I'll put it back up and some of the photos that I have.
See, that seems like you're
it?
doing a show about Bigfoot, and you got a picture that's clear enough where you can count the toes on Bigfoot. It seems like that'd be the first thing they'd want to show.
Well, and you said it was on Facebook, too. What's your Facebook page?
Yeah, mine is just Jim Lansdale, Facebook. But then I have another video here that came from East Texas that clearly shows a Bigfoot. He's walking down a fence row, and he's stooped over almost on all fours. He goes down, and the guineas start cackling, and he comes back up, and he steps over a barbed wire fence. And so the fence is 5 strands, so it's a little over 4.5 foot, so we figured that he's got to have something similar to a 50-inch instep as far as his clothes are concerned.
Jim, do you think of the people who don't want to harm a Bigfoot in any way? Do you think them kind of think of them as kind of tree hugger types? Is that kind of what your opinion of them?
Yeah, kind of a tree hugger, but that gets down to us too, because we're all kind of sensitive when it comes to the forest and the animals and so forth that are in there.
Uh-huh.
I think the people that don't want discovery, I just think here's the thing: they want discovery, but they want to find it run over on the side of the road by a truck. And I keep trying to tell them there is no difference in a truck running over one than me shooting one. I mean, dead's dead. Mm-hmm. And when people understand that and what it is, because we're going to fool around and we just keep stealing their habitat. And so this is why they're coming into these people's homes.
Why are they a danger? Have they killed anybody? I mean, have they hurt anybody?
Yeah, it's a matter of fact they have.
They have.
Oh, yeah. North American tribes have said this for years, that they would come in and steal their squaws and their kids and eat them. They were cannibals.
Okay, but since Old West times, has anybody killed a person? Has any Bigfoot killed a person in, like, living memory?
Well, no. And let me tell you why. It's because we don't know whether they did or not.
Right. If somebody goes missing, you don't know. Maybe a Bigfoot got him. I mean,
with their three
Well,
toes.
it's a possibility, especially some of these national parks. You know.
Jim, do you ever consider the possibility that maybe you're hunting like something that's imaginary that doesn't actually exist?
No, not at all. I've seen them with my own eyes.
All right, so you're going to go out and hunt them. What kind of ordinance are you taking? What would it take? I mean, how do you know what it would take to bring down a Bigfoot? Maybe they have rhinoceros-like skin. You'd have to bring something pretty powerful.
Well, yeah, we do. We hunt with powerful weapons and hand loads. And, I mean, like in a 45-70, we'll shoot over a 600-grain bullet. Some of the shotgun slugs that we use, 3.5 inch, and, they're extremely powerful.
I mean, that sounds like it'd do the job, but what are you going to do if, like, he just shrugs it off? Then you're gonna you're gonna be like, oh no, we're up the creek now.
It's coming for us.
Well, if he shrugs it off, that's when everybody runs to the
You
truck.
just run to the trucks. Okay, I'm glad we've thought this through, Jim. I'm glad for your safety that we've heard this. I guess I got a question, and that would be, if there are Bigfoot, there must be a lot of them so that they have a sustainable breeding population, even though you mentioned the inbreeding with the three toes. It just seems like at some point we would have discovered the bones of a Bigfoot or a skull or something, right?
True.
Yeah, why haven't we, I wonder?
Well, there's several things. What if they bury them and then you wouldn't find anything? And another thing, too, if they're cannibalistic and they know how to dispose of the bones.
Oh, so just like in Harry and Henderson's, Bigfoot eat their own. That's what Don Amici said in that movie.
Okay, well, I didn't know that, but yes, I mean, there is a possibility that they do, and it's just like the chimpanzees, they do that. They'll eat their own.
Okay,
So,
or they hold burials. But hold on a second. I'm thinking if they bury their own, that's almost like a human type of trait. I mean, I don't want to come across like a granola cruncher. I live in Texas, for God's sake, but it seems like if they're burying their dead, that would almost put them in some kind of category where you shouldn't just go out and shoot them if you can.
well, it's hypothetical as well.
Oh,
Understand?
right.
We don't know.
Okay. So how many guys are in your organization, the Gulf Coast Bigfoot Research Organization?
Well, there's quite a few members throughout, but there's only 10 or 11 of us that hunt.
Okay. So how many episodes do we have coming up? The first one is tomorrow on Destination America. And then how long is this going to run for?
It's going to be for 6 episodes,
Yep.
plus the pilot. I think the pilot begins at 8 Central Time, and then the series begins at 9.
All right. And this is I'm hoping against hope. I'm going to ask the question. Probably you can't answer it. Do you get one, Jim?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
I said, do you get one by the end of the season? Do you get a Bigfoot? Whoops.
Can't tell you that.
Okay.
So,
Right. That's the element of surprise because you want people to watch and find out.
you'll be surprised when you see the program.
All right, Jim, good luck, and I hope those guns are enough, and if they're not, I hope you can get to your trucks before the Bigfoot comes and like dismembers you or whatever they're going to do. But good luck to you and all of your pals there. I appreciate the work you're doing.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Right.
There's Jim Lansdale. Brandon, I'm surprised. Could he hear you?
No.
You were getting quite a kick out of that,
No.
and I was wondering why
Brandon.
Jim didn't say, "Hey, who's the jackass laughing at me?"
No, I have a way of turning my mic off so that we can all hear what I'm saying and laughing at, and the guy on the phone cannot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we haven't found any bones. They may bury their dead.
I never knew they only had 3 digits.
I didn't either. But listen, on the first episode, which I got a screener of, there's a convention, I guess, of Bigfoot enthusiasts, and they're really arguing at each other about whether they should kill Bigfoot or not. And they're taking it seriously. These are grown adult people. And they're talking about it as you might see other people debate a really hot button topic like
Refugees.
or abortion or whatever. They're going at
I'll
it.
never tell you when, but we might.
Who made you God to kill an animal like that?
We hunt on private property, okay?
You know,
we're
you're
asked
not
to
God.
come there, okay?
If you can't live with them, go someplace else, right?
Don't listen to all this crap that you hear these people come up here and say. They don't know what they're talking about half the time.
I'm pro-life.
However, I think just about
I'm pro-life. However,
However.
this has got to be a doozy.
I'm pro-life. However, I think just about everybody would agree that yes, if a Bigfoot is after you, going to kill you or your family, if you have the opportunity to kill it and protect yourself and your family, you're going to do that. Okay, that's just a given.
Okay. But these people get heated adults. I'm talking about grown people.
Yep.
Who probably vote, and they probably all voted for Trump, but they're in this heated debate about whether they should kill a Bigfoot or not.
If we get down and they have a language and they're so smart and they can talk, why don't they have tools? Why don't they have fire? Why do they live in holes in the bank of creeks? You don't have the floor here.
on the ground too. If I
Yeah,
had to live
and you're talking about the
on my
human
animals.
race, the whole
That's
human
what I would
race
do.
after you. You're crazy.
What?
Yeah, you're
What?
the man that has, you live in Chicago and you have Bigfoot come to your house.
Yes.
Okay, I just have to point out. The guy says, wait a minute. You live in Chicago and you say you've seen a Bigfoot. You're the
crazy.
one. Yeah, I'm not crazy because I see him in Louisiana. You're crazy.
I like that guy's reaction. The guy's reaction. What? Yes.
Am I crazy?
Here's the point with that. If I live in that area
Yes, sir.
and they live there,
I agree defending your property. If it's not going to cause you harm, you have no right to shoot it.
I suppose that's your opinion.
You know, I compare. It's like watching two different factions of Cleveland Brown fans argue about whether the Browns have a shot at winning the Super Bowl on Sunday.
What?
It's pointless. It's delusional, but you've got to find some joy in watching simpletons go aggro on each other.
Yep.
I mean, if you can't find some fun in that, you have no
Kinda
hope
makes
and
me
joy
wanna
in your
tune
life.
in.
I think so too.
My buddy's a Bigfoot enthusiast. His name's Dave. He's a real person. He called me. He goes, "Big news in the Bigfoot community." I was like, "Go on." He goes, "Joe, we found adolescent Bigfoot tracks. They're breeding." Oh. Okay, so did you find little big feet? You found regular footprints, didn't you, Dave? Shut up, Joe. I want to believe, though. I said, if Bigfoot's real, Dave, wouldn't we have found Bigfoot bones by now? He goes, "Dude, we have never found the bones of a bear that died naturally in the wild either." I was like, "Okay, I have no idea if that's true." But I know we have found a bear. Well, we found a bunch of bears. Shut up, Joe. You'll see. That's a really interesting fact about bears, though, so I Googled it. Not a fact.
Crank up